This season, definitely a better version of myself. My game did improve from season 7. I did manage to kind of have a few blindsides this season. I did manage to have the first 5 of the season, catch slightly more fish, and just have a little bit better time embracing every single second, every single day of the game. So very proud of my game. Obviously, you know, day 23 is not the ideal day to get voted out. You know, 39 days is the total amount of days I wish to stay in. But regardless of that, you know, super proud of what I did.
And you seemed a bit tired tonight. Were you tired?
Yeah, listen, the last few days, the night's just been so cold, so uncomfortable. Everyone's tired and you know, you need to catch up during the day, but if you catch up during the day, you're missing out on the game. So there's no time for sleep, you know,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
You physically are extremely well built and muscular. And did you find that the challenges, you didn't have enough fuel in your body for the challenges? Did you find that you weren't able to operate at your optimum?
Yeah, definitely. You start to get battered down and eventually get to a point where your body's just so tired and just doesn't want to continue any further.
How did that affect the mind?
The mind is the one that, you know, you got to keep strong. So, you know, mental fatigue is probably the biggest thing in this game.
I must say, at every challenge, just before the challenges, particularly the more physical ones, I'd look to you and you seemed very focused.
You tend to kind of put yourself in a mindset to prepare yourself for whatever, you know, the game's going to bring. Did I expect to go home tonight? Definitely not. My plan was in place to try and save Tajan and get Dino out of the game. I should have just rather underplayed tonight and stuck with the Lions and vote out Tajan.
What was your favorite challenge? Mud?
My favorite challenge for this season, I think it was the Mud, the Gauntlet. It was something similar we saw in Australian All-Stars. They played it in water, so obviously we had a much more difficult time playing it in mud.
Yeah.
But just the physical strength that Felix brought, that Shane brought, that Tajan brought, that Palesa and the girls brought, Meryl.
Yeah.
It just made for such an amazing challenge to observe, not only experience it, but observe the others, you know, going to absolute maximum capacity to try and win the challenge. And unfortunately, even though we lost that challenge, it was something that I got to tick off for this season.
Is there any problems that you have other than smelling like
a sewer rat?
I don't know what. There's no description.
Yeah, no, I smell like 10 different things. Actually, no, I'm 100%. Obviously, I'm just very hungry.
Yeah.
So unless you've got food here,
Can you smell food here?
Well, at this stage, either maybe I eat an idol or something. Yeah, so I do have a little bit of like phlegm or something from yesterday's challenge, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, deep breath. Yeah, I can hear that. A little bit over here. Yeah, I can hear a little bit of a rasp on the chest there. So what we'll do is, after you've had a good shower and a good sleep and everything, tomorrow morning, have a proper, deeper physical and make sure we check on that one as well. Do you remember what you weighed when you came into the game?
My medical was 78. So last season, I started with 80 and in it was 69. 11
Okay,
kilos.
you lost 11.
Yeah,
Wow,
last
gee,
season.
that's a lot.
73 on the dot, so that is basically give or take 6 kilos this season.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad at all. Well,
But then again, you were catching fish and
this
everything.
season we did eat a lot more. That I'll admit. Take it easy.
All the best.
Yeah, cheers,
Keep
man.
safe. Have a lovely night's sleep.
Yeah, thanks. Definitely will do.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
How do I describe myself? So this time around, I embraced every second. I tried to, you know, obviously create the bonds and relationships early on in the game to prolong my game and stay in the game. But this time around, I think I was much more open for change, open for adapting to the game, and also open for enjoying the game more. So overall, I think a happier Dante this season, less frustrated and content. What I regret most of this season was probably the last 2-3 days. I think I've overplayed my hand regarding trying to get Dino to get voted out, and I think I kind of lost the trust within my alliance. Being quite a competitive individual, I think my ego was something that I continuously had to keep in check. You know, especially with the challenges, I want to perform, I want to win, and on day 23, that's when I lost control of my ego. and I've got tunnel vision to trying to get rid of someone in the game, and it ended up costing me my game. I hope Meryl and Felix does go far in the game. I really do hope that either one of them does win this season of Return of the Outcasts. I hope all the best for them, and hope they are able to pull blindsides and orchestrate blindsides instead of just following orders from the majority. Break free, and have a resume to the end of the season, stand up in front of the jury and call out exactly the moves they made. So my best friend Tony is waiting at Ponderosa. I'm really not in the mood to socialize anymore. I've had enough of that. So and the way that she threw me under the bus just before she left, there's a lot to talk about, but I don't have the time or the energy at this stage to now sit with Tony and listen to her verbalize every thought that comes to mind. There we go, voted out of Return of the Outcasts Season 9. It's Dante signing out. I had an amazing time. I came to conquer. I believe I did, I did exciting moves. I had fun. And yeah, hopefully we'll be back with another season sometime, and we'll continue the chaos. So for that, I hope for the rest of them they have fun. Big blindsides are about to happen, and yeah, looking forward to see who wins the season of Return of the Outcasts. Ciao. In a day or two from now, I'm going to be wished that I'm back on the beach, hungry, tired, cold, and sleeping on a hard bed.